What if I told you that one of anime's most beloved characters was originally created because Kishimoto believed Naruto needed a rival to balance the story? He was always intended to be a central character? What if the boy who would become the last Uchiha, the one whose story would span hundreds of episodes and capture millions of hearts, almost never existed at all? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the complete story of Uchiha Sasuke, and trust me, it's going to be one hell of a ride. From a happy child eager to please his family to a revenge-obsessed rogue ninja, from the depths of darkness to ultimate redemption, Sasuke's journey is arguably the most complex character arc in all of anime. We're talking about a story that spans decades, involves ancient clan secrets, forbidden jutsu, and psychological manipulation that would make even the most seasoned therapist throw in the towel. Background: Sasuke Uchiha was born as the second and youngest son of Fugaku and Mikoto Uchiha. His parents named him after Sasuke Sarutobi, hoping that he would one day grow into a shinobi of equal strength and reputation. From childhood, Sasuke lived under the overwhelming shadow of his older brother, Itachi, a true prodigy admired not only by the Uchiha clan, but also by the entire village. No matter how well Sasuke performed or how remarkable his progress was, he was constantly compared to Itachi. Despite this, Sasuke adored his brother deeply. He always tried to stay close to Itachi, watching him train and tagging along on small outings into the forest. Itachi welcomed his company, but rarely guided his Sasuke growth as a shinobi. Whenever Sasuke sought help or asked to train with him, Itachi would simply tap him on the forehead and postpone it with a vague maybe next time. Sasuke found the gesture irritating, yet it never diminished the admiration he felt toward his brother. When Sasuke entered the Konoha Ninja Academy, he quickly distinguished himself as the top student in his class, consistently earning the highest marks. Nevertheless, Itachi's extraordinary achievements still overshadowed him, causing Fugaku to pay Sasuke little attention. Aware of how this neglect affected Sasuke, Itachi, despite his own demanding schedule, tried to fill the void by offering the encouragement Sasuke sought, even going so far as to pressure Fugaku into spending time with him. Over time, however, Itachi began to grow cold and distant from both his family and the Uchiha clan, especially after suspicions arose that he had murdered his best friend, Shisui Uchiha. Although Sasuke didn't understand the situation, he quietly appreciated the result. Fugaku finally began focusing on him. Under Fugaku's guidance, Sasuke learned the Great Fireball technique, mastering it in just 1 week. Fugaku praised him for it, though he also warned Sasuke not to follow Itachi's path. Everything changed after one evening of training. Sasuke returned home to find the entire Uchiha district littered with the bodies of his clan members. Horrified, he rushed to his house only to see Itachi standing over their parents' corpses. In shock and desperation, Sasuke begged for answers, but Itachi responded with the brutal power of Tsukuyomi, forcing Sasuke to witness a distorted reenactment of the massacre. When the genjutsu ended, Sasuke demanded an explanation. Itachi coldly stated that he had slaughtered the clan to measure his own strength. As Sasuke tried to run, Itachi cornered him again, explaining that Sasuke was too weak to be worth killing. If Sasuke wished to stand before him as an equal, he would need to grow strong enough to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan. Then, before disappearing, Itachi urged Sasuke to hate him, to cling to revenge, and to gain power through that hatred. In the aftermath, Sasuke attempted to attack Itachi with his newly awakened Sharingan, but the effort failed and he collapsed. Though before losing consciousness, he faintly saw Itachi shedding tears, a memory he would later suppress for years. Now one of the last surviving Uchiha, Sasuke spent the following days wandering the silent remains of the clan compound, replaying memories of those who were gone and consumed by the horror of Itachi's actions. He ultimately resolved to live exactly as Itachi instructed, dedicating his entire existence to revenge. Sasuke poured himself into his studies, distancing himself from others, refusing friendships, and ignoring the attention of girls. Naruto Uzumaki, one of his classmates, developed a rivalry with Sasuke, fueled by jealousy towards Sasuke, natural talent, and popularity. Sasuke found Naruto's behavior irritating, though he secretly acknowledged Naruto's determination. Ironically, despite all the admiration Sasuke received, Naruto was the only person who truly understood him, shaped by his own painful experiences. Chunin exams and aftermath. The Chunin exams held in Konoha become Team 7's first major challenge since graduating from the academy. Because they are still new, Genin, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura all feel pressure to demonstrate their potential. When they reach the exam hall, Sasuke immediately uses his Sharingan to dispel an illusion designed to scare off unqualified candidates. Soon after, Rock Lee challenges him to a spar. Lee's overwhelming speed and taijutsu force Sasuke to rely on his Sharingan. Yet even with heightened perception, he cannot match Lee physically. Lee nearly executes the front lotus on him before his teacher, Might Guy, intervenes. Guy's dramatic reprimand of Lee leaves Sasuke uneasy. During the first written test, Sasuke quickly realizes he cannot answer any of the questions legitimately. Understanding the true purpose, to cheat without being caught, he uses his Sharingan to copy the movements of capable examinees. Team 7 advances to the second stage in the Forest of Death, where they must acquire a pair of scrolls. One they receive, and another they must take from another team. Not long after entering the forest, Sasuke discovers that a disguised imposter Oboro from Amegakure is pretending to be Naruto. He exposes and drives Oboro away before locating the real Naruto. To avoid future deception, Sasuke devises a complex password for verifying each other's identities. Almost immediately they are ambushed, and when they regroup, then Naruto recites the password flawlessly, an impossibility for the real Naruto. Sasuke attacks the imposter, who reveals himself to be Orochimaru. Orochimaru's power completely overwhelms them, and Sasuke attempts to surrender their scroll to save their lives. Naruto arrives in time to stop him, believing that the real Sasuke would never back down. Naruto attacks Orochimaru's giant snake summon, calls Sasuke a coward, and is eventually knocked unconscious. Inspired by Naruto's resolve and Sakura's encouragement, Sasuke musters the strength to continue fighting, pinning Orochimaru long enough to use the Dragon Fire technique. Impressed, Orochimaru brands Sasuke with the cursed seal of heaven before leaving. The pain overwhelms Sasuke, and he collapses. Upon waking, Sasuke finds Sakura injured, Rock Lee defeated, and Team Tin protecting them from the sound Genin. When Zaku boasts about hurting Sakura, the cursed seal flares, and Sasuke violently breaks both of Zeku's arms. He prepares to do the same to the others until Sakura begs him to stop, restoring his sanity and causing the seal to recede. After several days of recovery, Team 7 resumes searching for the second scroll. They encounter Team Oboro, whom Naruto distracts while Sasuke and Sakura knock them out. With 2 scrolls in hand, they advance to the preliminaries. Sasuke's first opponent is Yoroi Akado. Before the match begins, Kakashi warns him that activating the curse seal will disqualify him. Since using chakra risks triggering it, Sasuke is forced to fight using only taijutsu. Yoroi's chakra absorption makes this difficult, but Sasuke mimics the portion of Rock Lee's front lotus he witnessed earlier, improvising the lion combo to win. Kakashi seals the curse mark afterward with the evil sealing method. Sasuke loses consciousness during the process and awakens after the preliminaries conclude. With a month until the final rounds, Sasuke is scheduled to face Gaara of the Sand. To prepare him and offer him a power source other than the curse mark, Kakashi trains him to use the Chidori and enhances his speed to match Rock Lee's style. Sasuke arrives late to the match, but the crowd's excitement stalls the event long enough for him to join. Using his new speed, Sasuke repeatedly strikes Gaara before the sand shield can react. Gaara retreats into a defensive sphere, allowing Sasuke to pierce it with Chidori and injure his arm, briefly revealing Shukaku's presence. Before the battle can continue, a genjutsu sweeps over the stadium as the Konoha Crush begins, halting the exam. Genma orders Sasuke to pursue the fleeing Gaara. Kankuro attempts to stall him, but Shino intervenes, allowing Sasuke to continue. When Sasuke catches Gaara, he sees Gaara already beginning to transform into Shukaku. Gaara's enhanced strength and speed nearly overpower him. Sasuke uses Chidori again, injuring Gaara once more, but the fight drags on. Having reached his limit of 2 Chidori per day, Sasuke forces a third by drawing on the curse seal, leaving him immobilized and vulnerable. Naruto and Sakura arrive just in time to save him. Sakura is quickly captured, and Naruto initially struggles, but he refuses to flee despite Sasuke's suggestion. Instead, Naruto taps into a mysterious chakra source, creates 1,000 shadow clones, and eventually summons Gamabunta. Sasuke watches in awe as Naruto defeats Gaara. Since Naruto is unable to move afterward, Sasuke carries him back to Konoha alongside Sakura. Days later, Team 7 attends the funeral of the third, Sasuke, recovery mission. While recovering, Sasuke dwells on his humiliating encounter with Itachi, and in the anime, always taunts. He becomes deeply frustrated that, despite all the years since the massacre, the power gap between him and his brother remains enormous. At the same time, he grows increasingly resentful of Naruto, who, despite once being the weakest student in their academy class, now seems to have surpassed him, proven by Naruto victory over Gaara. Driven by wounded pride and desperation to validate his own strength, Sasuke challenges Naruto to a fight when Naruto stops by the hospital to visit him. Naruto initially refuses, pointing out that Sasuke is still injured, but Sasuke insists until Naruto reluctantly accepts. The confrontation escalates quickly, ending with Sasuke using Chidori and Naruto preparing Rasengan. Before their attacks collide, Kakashi intervenes and redirects both jutsu into separate water towers. Believing his Chidori to be superior, Sasuke smugly compares the damage on Naruto Tower to his own, until he discovers the back of Naruto Tower has been blown apart far more extensively. Overcome with jealousy over Naruto growth, Sasuke leaves in anger. Kakashi soon finds him and delivers a stern lecture. Chidori is meant to protect comrades, not harm them. He urges Sasuke not to let past pain blind him to the people who still care about him, warning that losing friends would be an even greater tragedy. Sasuke is left conflicted between his desire for revenge and the bonds he has with Naruto and Sakura. Before he can fully process Kakashi's words, Sasuke is confronted by the Sound Four, Orochimaru's elite followers. They attack Sasuke to evaluate his strength and defeat him with ease. When Sasuke attempts to use his curse mark to gain the upper hand, he learns that each of them possesses a similar transformation. They offer to take him to Orochimaru, claiming that only under Orochimaru will Sasuke gain the power needed to surpass Itachi, something impossible if he remains in Konoha. Consumed by his obsession with power, Sasuke accepts their offer. That night, as he approaches the village's outskirts, Sakura intercepts him and pleads with him not to leave, desperate to keep Team 7 together. When words fail, she confesses her love and begs to accompany him. Sasuke refuses, and when she threatens to alert others, he gently knocks her unconscious, thanking her quietly before he goes. Outside Konoha, Sasuke joins the Sound Four and begins the journey toward Orochimaru. Once they are far from the village, they give Sasuke a special drug meant to force the curse mark to evolve into a stronger second form. Sasuke lapses into unconsciousness as his body undergoes the transformation, and when he awakens many hours later, he feels vastly stronger. Overjoyed, he continues toward Orochimaru on his own, barely acknowledging the Sound Four's ongoing battle with the Sasuke retrieval team. At the Valley of the End, Naruto finally catches up to him. Sasuke dismisses Naruto pleas to come home and rejects the idea that Orochimaru will steal his body, saying such a sacrifice is acceptable if it means gaining the strength to kill Itachi. Naruto attacks, determined to stop him by force. To Sasuke, this battle becomes the continuation of the unfinished fight Kakashi had interrupted earlier. Remembering Itachi's words that killing one's closest friend awakens the Mangekyo Sharingan, Sasuke decides he will end Naruto's life. Using the curse mark, he overwhelms Naruto with brutal blows. Naruto, who didn't want to believe Sasuke could truly kill him, realizes the truth as his injuries mount and reluctantly draws upon the Nine Tails chakra. Sasuke is shocked by the sinister chakra, Naruto's sudden healing, and the dramatic increase in his strength and speed. Furious and confused, he demands to know why Naruto would go this far for him. Naruto's answer is simple. Sasuke is like a brother, and he can't abandon him. Sasuke acknowledges their bond, then declares he will sever it. For the first time, he ties on his forehead protector, finally showing Naruto the respect of fighting as an equal. They continue their fierce exchange. Naruto manifests a fox-shaped chakra cloak, and Sasuke enters his second stage curse mark. Their Rasengan and Chidori collide inside a massive dome of energy. Within it, Sasuke lands a punch while Naruto scratches Sasuke's forehead protector, contradicting Sasuke's earlier boast. When the explosion fades, Sasuke stands over the unconscious Naruto, bloody, exhausted, and fully capable of killing him, yet unable to do it. Rejecting Itachi's intention for him to take Naruto's life, Sasuke decides against it. He leaves Naruto, his forehead protector, and walks away. Upon reaching Orochimaru's hideout, Sasuke discovers that Orochimaru has already obtained a new vessel. Sasuke, uninterested in anything but power, simply demands whatever strength Orochimaru can provide. Tenchi Bridge Reconnaissance Mission. 2.5 years after leaving Konoha, Sasuke waits impatiently in one of Orochimaru's bases in Kusagakure. When Orochimaru finally returns, Sasuke immediately demands that their training resume. Orochimaru first introduces Sai, Sasuke replacement in Team 7, but Sasuke shows no interest. When Sai attempts to talk to him about Naruto, Sasuke floors him with killing intent. Sai persists, telling Sasuke that Naruto views him as a brother. Sasuke coldly replies that he has only one brother, and he intends to kill him. Later, Sai approaches Sasuke while he is resting and admits his objective to reunite Naruto and Sasuke and restore their brotherly bond. Annoyed, Sasuke attacks him. Shortly after, Naruto, Sakura, and Yamato arrive and witness Sasuke assault. Sai is unhurt and ready to help them bring Sasuke home. Sasuke meets their arrival with complete indifference. He scolds Naruto for still chasing him after all this time, and even claims that he spared Naruto at the Valley of the End merely on a whim, not because of their bond. He declares he intends to kill Naruto, this time to show that their connection means nothing to him. Sasuke easily overwhelms the whole team, his growth under Orochimaru far exceeding anything they expected. Naruto becomes frustrated and struggles against the urge to rely on the Nine Tails. Seeing this, Sasuke uses his Sharingan to enter Naruto's subconscious and suppress the Nine Tails, though the beast notes Sasuke chakra and visual prowess resemble those of Madara Uchiha. Sasuke avoids Yamato's attempt to restrain him and prepares to kill the entire group, but Orochimaru appears and stops him. Orochimaru explains that since Akatsuki, Itachi's organization, has recently taken heavy losses, sparing Team 7 could further weaken the group, making Itachi easier to target. Sasuke accepts this logic and leaves with Orochimaru, ignoring Naruto and Sakura. Naruto Shippuden, the movie, bonds. Orochimaru later informs Sasuke of the Land of Sky's attack on Konoha, though Sasuke expresses no interest. Orochimaru assigns him to retrieve a scroll from Shino instead. Sasuke finds Shino just as Naruto is about to finish him off, intervening to stop Naruto while disabling Shino's chakra with Chidori Senbon. Shino escapes and leads them both into the Zero Tails cocoon, which drains their chakra. Naruto and Sasuke break free by drawing on the Nine Tails and the Curse, Mark respectively, destroying the cocoon. Together, they help evacuate prisoners held by the Land of Sky. Once the final lifeboat is released, a large tentacle tries to destroy it. Sasuke cuts it off, but Naruto pushes both of them onto the lifeboat so he can destroy the flying fortress alone. Sasuke flies after him in his cursed seal form and watches from afar, leaving only once he confirms Naruto survived and was rescued by Amaru. When Sasuke returns with the scroll, Orochimaru notices a shift in his demeanor. Sasuke says nothing but recalls Naruto's promise that he would bring Sasuke home someday. He resumes his training in silence. Itachi Pursuit Mission. After effortlessly defeating hundreds of Otogakure shinobi in a training exercise, emerging unscathed and without killing a single opponent, Sasuke concludes that Orochimaru no longer has anything left to teach him. Viewing Orochimaru's obsession with power for its own sake as disturbingly similar to Itachi, Sasuke decides it is time to kill his master before leaving him behind for good. Because Orochimaru's current host body is beginning to reject him, the Sannin abandons it and attempts to seize Sasuke's body instead. Though Sasuke initially fends off the attack and slices Orochimaru apart, the fluids released from Orochimaru's true form paralyze him, allowing Orochimaru to begin the living corpse reincarnation technique. Sasuke finds himself being dragged into Orochimaru's subconscious prison, only to reverse the process with the demonic illusion, shackling stakes technique, sealing Orochimaru inside Sasuke's own mind instead. With Orochimaru subdued, Sasuke leaves the hideout and frees Suigetsu Hozuki from the tank he has been kept in. He invites Suigetsu to join a team he is assembling. Skeptical, Suigetsu tests Sasuke's strength to make sure the defeat of Orochimaru wasn't a fluke. Satisfied, Suigetsu agrees to follow him. They travel next to another hideout to recruit Karin, releasing all the prisoners held there so that Karin would have no remaining obligations. Karin initially refuses to join, but conveniently claims she is headed in the same direction, making it clear she intends to accompany them. Their next stop is a facility housing Jugo, the original source of Orochimaru's cursed seals. As they approach, they are attacked by escaped test subjects bearing cursed seals, but Sasuke's group handles them easily. They locate Jugo in his cell, but he refuses to leave, terrified that his uncontrollable violent impulses will cause him to kill them. Sasuke demonstrates that they can restrain his rage, convincing Jugo to come along. Sasuke leads the newly formed group to Saraku to restock supplies. He then explains the purpose of their team, now named Hebi. They exist for one reason only, to track down and kill Itachi. With that, they split up to search for information. While following leads, Sasuke is confronted by Tobi of Akatsuki, who stalls him while Deidari launches an ambush from above with explosive clay. Sasuke summons a giant snake to shield himself from the blast, and immediately counterattacks, seemingly slicing Tobi in half, though Tobi rises unharmed. Deidara bombards Sasuke with more explosives, but Sasuke intercepts them using Chidori Senbon. Deidara takes to the air atop a C2 clay dragon, while Tobi plants mines underground to restrict Sasuke's movements. Sasuke activates his curse mark second stage and sacrifices one of his wings, using the momentum to drive Deidara's dragon into the minefield, triggering a massive blast. Frustrated that Sasuke continues to neutralize his explosives, Deidara uses C4, scattering microscopic bombs that detonate inside anyone who inhales them. With his Sharingan, Sasuke identifies the trap and fakes his death with Genjutsu, approaching Deidara from behind. But Deidara has trained himself to resist illusions and trap Sasuke inside a sphere of C4, having previously noted that Deidara's explosives can be neutralized with the lightning chakra. Sasuke uses Chidori to disperse the bombs and charges Deidara head-on, forcing him into a corner. Believing the fight over, Sasuke lowers his guard and deactivates his Sharingan, an insult that drives Deidara into using his final technique, C0. Deidara detonates himself in a suicide explosion vast enough to wipe out the entire area. Sasuke escapes in the last instant by summoning Manda and forcing him, through Genjutsu, to teleport to Ryuchi Cave. However, Manda is fatally injured in the blast and curses Sasuke with his dying breath. After regrouping, Hebi rests briefly before Karin senses approaching Konoha Shinobi. Assuming it is Naruto's group, Sasuke directs Hebi toward an Akatsuki hideout that Jugo had learned about. Sasuke enters alone and finds a clone of Itachi waiting. He attacks and defeats it with Chidori's sharp spear, impressing the clone enough that it reveals the location of the real Itachi before dispersing. Sasuke leads Hebi toward the place where Itachi awaits. Fated battle between brothers. On their approach to the Uchiha hideout where Itachi is waiting, Hebi is intercepted by Kasame Hoshigaki, who blocks their path and declares that only Sasuke may proceed. Sasuke orders the rest of his team to wait behind, then continues alone toward his long-awaited confrontation. The moment the two brothers face each other, the fight begins with layered genjutsu, illusion against illusion, each disrupting and countering the other's techniques. Even within these illusions, their taijutsu clashes violently. During a brief pause, Sasuke demands answers to a suspicion he has carried for years, that Itachi didn't wipe out the Uchiha clan alone. Itachi confirms this, stating he was assisted by Madara Uchiha, one of Konoha's founders, but Sasuke refuses to believe him. As Itachi recounts Madara's history, he also reveals the curse of the Mangekyo Sharingan, eventual blindness, curable only by stealing the eyes of one's sibling. Itachi then declares his intent to take Sasuke's eyes for himself. He traps Sasuke in Tsukuyomi, but Sasuke breaks free, something that surprises even Itachi. Abandoning illusion, the two transition into ninjutsu. Their battle spills outside the hideout in a barrage of techniques. Great fireballs, swift counters, and rising tensions. When Sasuke seems to gain the upper hand, Itachi unleashes Amaterasu, engulfing Sasuke in black flames. Believing Sasuke dead, Itachi approaches to harvest his eyes, only for Sasuke to emerge unharmed, having shed his skin with a substitution-like escape. Sasuke retaliates with a storm of great dragon fire attacks. Itachi evades, but Sasuke reveals that Itachi was never his target. Thunderclouds gather overhead, lightning surges. Sasuke calls down Kirin, a natural lightning strike empowered by his chakra, obliterating the hideout and seemingly killing his brother. But Itachi survives, protected by Susanoo. Stunned that his most powerful jutsu did nothing, Sasuke, drained of chakra, is forced into the second stage of his cursed seal. Orochimaru senses Sasuke's desperation and attempts to emerge from Sasuke's weakened body, offering him power. With no chakra left to suppress him, Orochimaru erupts in his 8 branches form. Itachi Susanoo reacts immediately, severing the serpent and sealing Orochimaru with the Totsuka blade, wiping the curse mark from Sasuke permanently. As Susanoo fades and Itachi struggles toward him, Sasuke desperately tries to fend him off. Itachi appears intent on taking his eyes, yet when he finally reaches Sasuke, he gently taps his forehead, smiles, apologizes, and whispers, "This is the end." Then he collapses. Sasuke, confused but believing he has won his revenge at last, passes out. When he wakes, he finds his wounds being tended by Tobi, who reveals himself as Madara Uchiha. At the sight of Tobi's Sharingan, Sasuke's eyes automatically trigger Amaterasu, a final safeguard Itachi implanted to protect his brother. Tobi escapes the flames and remarks on the extraordinary lengths Itachi went to in order to keep Sasuke alive. Sasuke accuses him of lying, but Tobi insists the truth is far more complicated. Itachi massacred the Uchiha under Konoha's orders, sparing only Sasuke. Overwhelmed, Sasuke loses consciousness again. When he wakes, Tobi explains everything from the beginning, the Uchiha's history, Konoha's politics, and the truth behind Itachi's actions. Sasuke insists Itachi tried to kill him, but Tobi explains that Itachi attacks were solely meant to purge Orochimaru's influence and push Sasuke away from manipulation. Memories Sasuke had repressed resurface, glimpses of Itachi crying, warnings he never understood, slowly revealing the truth of Itachi love. Sasuke breaks down under the weight of this revelation. Five Kage Summit. With the 5 kg summit scheduled to take place in a few days, Sasuke agrees to Tobi's terms of killing Danzo in exchange for Akatsuki's help. White Zetsu guides Taka to the Land of Iron and points out Danzo's location. The group prepares an ambush, but their presence is revealed when White Zetsu exposes them under Tobi's orders. The samurai forces immediately mobilize. Sasuke cuts down dozens of samurai, drawing the 4th Raikage straight to their position. While Taka engages the Raikage and his guards, Sasuke disables C. Jugo fights the Raikage, but is quickly defeated. Sasuke and the Raikage square off, but Sasuke's attacks can't penetrate the Raikage's lightning release chakra mode, while the Raikage's enhanced strikes prove overwhelmingly powerful. Sasuke barely survives a Liger Bomb thanks to manifesting an incomplete Susanoo. Sasuke attempts to deter the Raikage by cloaking Susanoo in Amaterasu's black flames, but the Raikage charges forward anyway, sacrificing his left arm willingly for the chance to avenge his younger brother, Killer B. As both prepare to clash again, Gaara, the 5th Kazekage, arrives and intervenes. Gaara asks for a chance to speak with Sasuke, and the Raikage agrees while seeking medical treatment. Gaara then shares his own experience of loneliness and revenge, explaining how he learned that hatred is a wasted path. Sasuke, however, refuses to listen, claiming he sees nothing but darkness. Realizing words won't reach him, Gaara and his guards move to stop him. Sasuke collapses the chamber with Susanoo and escapes, locating Karin and ordering her to abandon Suigetsu and Jugo while guiding him to Danzo. Danzo flees immediately, and Sasuke's pursuit is halted by the 5th Mizukage. Exhausted and low on chakra, Sasuke nearly succumbs to her boil release before being saved by White Zetsu's Spore technique. He escapes only to be confronted by the 3rd Tsuchikage, who appears to disintegrate him with dust release. Sasuke is saved at the last second by Tobi, who transports him to the Kamui dimension for safety, sending Karin as well to restore his chakra. Once Danzo is located, Tobi releases them, fulfilling his promise to aid Sasuke's revenge. Before the battle begins, Sasuke demands confirmation that Itachi was indeed ordered by Konoha's leadership to wipe out the Uchiha clan. Assuming Itachi told him, Danzo criticizes Itachi for revealing the secret and claims that doing so made him a traitor to the village. Taking this as the truth, Sasuke attacks in fury, crushing Danzo with Susanoo, only to see him emerge unharmed. Sasuke continues countering Danzo's attacks, evolving Susanoo into its completed form. But each time Danzo is seemingly killed, he reappears uninjured. Observing carefully, Sasuke notices multiple Sharingan embedded in Danzo's arm, each closing one by one. He deduces that these eyes allow Danzo to negate death using Izanagi. When all the eyes are nearly shut, Sasuke presses harder. They eventually stab each other, and Danzo waits for Izanagi to undo the fatal injury, only to realize too late that the final eye was an illusion cast by Sasuke. The wound remains real. Cornered, Danzo seizes Karin as a hostage, threatening to kill her if Sasuke approaches. Sasuke doesn't hesitate. He drives Chidori's sharp spear through both Karin and Danzo to finish him. Mortally wounded, Danzo drags himself towards Sasuke and Tobi and activates the reverse 4 symbol seal in an attempt to kill them, but they escape. Having claimed his revenge, Sasuke declares he will continue on to Konoha. Tobi warns him to rest, noting the rapid decline of Sasuke's eyesight from overusing the Mangekyo Sharingan, and advises him to kill Karin. Tobi departs with Danzo's body. Sasuke walks toward Karin, bidding her farewell as he prepares a Chidori, only for Sakura to arrive and stop him. Sakura claims she has abandoned Konoha and is ready to aid Sasuke, even if it means destroying the village. Suspicious, Sasuke tells her to prove her loyalty by killing Karin. As Sakura approaches, Karin warns her that Sasuke is attacking from behind. Kakashi intercepts the blow, furious that Sasuke tried to kill Sakura. Kakashi reveals he knows Sakura intended to kill Sasuke herself but didn't want her to suffer that burden, calling it his own failure as their mentor. He begs Sasuke to abandon his revenge, but Sasuke mocks him, tired of others trying to lecture him. He says he will only stop if his entire clan is restored. Understanding Sasuke's murderous intent is genuine, and Kakashi sends Sakura to heal Karin and engages Sasuke. Sasuke rejects all of Kakashi's words, declaring he wants to hear the screams of those who benefited from the Uchiha's downfall. He accuses Kakashi's Sharingan of being another symbol of Konoha exploiting his clan. His rage pushes Susanoo to evolve again, but it collapses instantly, his vision nearly gone. Sakura attempts to assassinate him from behind, but cannot go through with it. Sensing her, Sasuke grabs her by the throat, steals her kunai, and prepares to kill her. Naruto arrives in time to save her. When Naruto asks why he would attack Sakura, Sasuke openly announces his intention to destroy the village, kill every resident, avenge Itachi, and admits to killing Danzo, and wanting to kill them as well. Sasuke and Naruto clash with Chidori and Rasengan. Their thoughts connect, and Sasuke gives Naruto 2 choices: kill him or die by his hand. Naruto refuses both. The impact sends them flying apart, and Sasuke is retrieved by Tobi. As Tobi urges him to retreat, Naruto tells Sasuke they are equals now and will die together in their next encounter. Furious that Naruto still refuses to give up on him, Sasuke nevertheless accepts this and vows to kill Naruto first. Sasuke agrees to withdraw with Tobi, and once they return to the mountain's graveyard, he asks for Itachi's eyes, knowing he must restore his sight and become stronger if he intends to defeat Naruto. War's climax. After receiving Itachi's eyes, Sasuke is advised by Tobi to rest and adapt to the transplant. Sasuke, however, insists he already feels stronger, sensing Itachi's presence within him. In the Road to Ninja Genjutsu world, the alternate Sasuke never left Konoha. Though still arrogant and bold, he is far more carefree, fashionable, and openly flirtatious, taking advantage of the constant attention he gets from girls. When Sasuke asks Zetsu if he can remove the bandages over his eyes, he's told to remain patient. By the following day, unable to wait any longer, Sasuke tears the bandages off himself and immediately tests his new vision by killing White Zetsu with Susanoo. Once he leaves the mountain's graveyard, Sasuke wanders through 2 towns, but finds both deserted. Members of the White Zetsu army suddenly surround him. When he asks what is happening in the world, they evade the question and attempt to capture him. Sasuke annihilates most of them with Amaterasu and forces one survivor to speak through Genjutsu. From him, Sasuke learns that Tobi has already triggered the 4th Shinobi World War to capture Killer Bee and Naruto. After decapitating the final Zetsu, Sasuke sets out to find Naruto, determined to fulfill his promise to kill him. As he enters a forest, he spots Itachi walking in the opposite direction. Sasuke chases after him, desperate for answers. Itachi refuses to stop, explaining only that he has been revived through Ito Tensei. He spared Sasuke years ago because Sasuke was innocent of the Uchiha Clan's political dissent, and he forced him down the path of revenge out of guilt, wanting Sasuke to punish him for their family's deaths. Hearing this only infuriates Sasuke, who believes Itachi had no right to choose his destiny. Itachi reaches a cave and instructs Sasuke to stay outside, but Sasuke follows him inside. Initially, he mistakes the Edo Tensei user for Orochimaru, but upon closer inspection realizes it is Kabuto Yakushi. Kabuto happily reveals the purpose behind the war. By capturing Naruto and Bee, Tobi intends to gather all tailed beasts, revive the Ten Tails, become its Jinchuriki, and cast infinite Tsukuyomi on the world. Sasuke also learns that Tobi had offered him as compensation to Kabuto for cooperation. Angered at being manipulated yet again, Sasuke tries to finish things quickly by killing Kabuto. Itachi stops him, explaining that Edo Tensei won't end if Kabuto dies. The only solution is to trap him in a genjutsu. Kabuto avoids eye contact entirely and sends out his serpents. As Sasuke and Itachi counter with Susanoo, Sasuke notices Kabuto displaying abilities similar to Suigetsu, Kirin, and Jugo. Kabuto reveals he remodeled his body with Orochimaru's research and mastered Sage Mode. With his eyes protected, Kabuto is immune to genjutsu. Needing to synchronize their attacks, Itachi reminds Sasuke of a childhood mission involving tracking a wild boar, something they replicate using their Susanoo. Kabuto manipulates Sasuke's sword and attacks them, but Itachi retrieves it and slices the tip from one of Kabuto's horns. Kabuto attempts to turn Sasuke against Itachi by exposing the years of lies Sasuke was told. Itachi openly admits his mistakes and promises to explain everything after Kabuto is stopped, revealing he has already activated Izanami. Kabuto escalates his assault, drawing from an immense range of abilities, but Itachi protectively shields Sasuke while waiting for the right moment. Finally, he allows Kabuto to take Sasuke's sword again, repeating the same exchange as before. This recreates a physical loop independent of vision, trapping Kabuto inside Izanami and ending the fight. Itachi compels Kabuto to release the Edo Tensei. As Kabuto forms the hand seals, Sasuke admits he cannot forgive Konoha for taking both his clan and his brother. Itachi apologizes for ever expecting him to and reflects that the Uchiha tragedy might have been avoided had he been honest from the start. As Edo Tensei releases his soul, Itachi rests his forehead against Sasuke's and tells him he will love him no matter what path he chooses, then departs for the Pure Land. Left with Itachi's final words, Sasuke begins questioning the meaning of shinobi, of a village, and of clan loyalty, unsure of what to do next. Suigetsu and Jugo find him and inform him that the real Madara Uchiha, not Tobi, escaped Edo Tensei, leaving Itachi's final mission incomplete. Before deciding how he feels about this, Sasuke chooses to seek out Orochimaru. Using Anko's cursed seal, he resurrects Orochimaru through the evil releasing method. Although still driven by vengeance, Sasuke explains he wants to understand the world, and Itachi's choices, more fully before choosing a side. Intrigued by Sasuke's shift in perspective, Orochimaru leads him, Jugo, and Suigetsu to the Naka Shrine in Konoha. There, Orochimaru releases the souls of the first 4 Hokage from the Shinigami's belly and uses the Zetsu spores hidden inside Sasuke to reincarnate their bodies. Sasuke briefly updates them on the war and asks what Konoha truly is and what it was meant to be, hoping it will clarify the sacrifices Itachi made. Each Hokage shares their beliefs about the village and the Uchiha, explaining the constant struggle to balance the two. After hearing them, especially Hashirama, Sasuke realizes that destroying Konoha would make all of Itachi's efforts meaningless. He decides the village is worth protecting and moves toward the battlefield, allowing the Hokage to follow. On the way, Karen finds Sasuke furiously confronting him for his betrayal, but Sasuke offers a simple apology which she immediately accepts. Although the Hokage reached the battle ahead of him, Sasuke joins soon after, ready to help the allied shinobi forces fight the Ten Tails. His sudden arrival shocks his former comrades, except Naruto, and they demand an explanation. Sasuke states plainly that he intends to protect the village and become Hokage to reshape the shinobi world. Villagers protest, reminding him of his crimes, but Sasuke shows no concern. Reunited as Team 7, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura launch into the battle, cutting down the Ten Tails clones. The overwhelming numbers force them to summon their own partners. Sasuke summons Oda, and once they reach the beast, he and Naruto combine their powers to perform Scorch Release, Halo Hurricane Jet Black Arrow Style 0, successfully damaging the creature's arm. While Naruto wants to save the trapped-tailed beasts, Sasuke prefers to let them burn. Soon after, Tobi, revealed to be Obito Uchiha, rises above the Ten Tails and begins a powerful jutsu. The allied forces attempt to stop him but fail. Obito becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Ten Tails rise. Sasuke lets the Hokage engage Obito first using their immortal Edo Tensei bodies to test how Obito's new form works. But when the first 3 Hokage are swiftly overwhelmed, Sasuke prepares to fight with his Susanoo, only for Obito's truth-seeking balls to pierce effortlessly through it. Obito then grabs both Naruto and Sasuke, but the fourth Hokage intervenes and pulls them to safety, attempting to face Obito himself. He too is defeated just as quickly. After regrouping, Sasuke and Naruto coordinate with the second and fourth Hokage to launch another combined strike. They manage to land a clean hit, but quickly discover that Obito's transformed body is nearly invulnerable to ordinary attacks. Through continued testing, Naruto realizes that Obito can only be damaged by Senjutsu. He and Minato take advantage of this by using Sage Mode. Watching Naruto's rapid growth, Sasuke becomes visibly irritated and jealous. Once Obito recovers, he resurrects the God Tree, intending to execute the Eye of the Moon plan and annihilate the allied shinobi forces. As despair spreads among the soldiers, and even Naruto begins to falter, Sasuke slices through one of the tree's massive roots with Susanoo and scolds Naruto for wavering, reigniting his determination. Sasuke then has Jugo infuse his Susanoo with Senjutsu chakra, allowing him to stand alongside Naruto's Nine Tails mode. Despite working together, their independent attacks are ineffective. Realizing this, Sasuke envelops Naruto's Tailed Beast mode within his Susanoo, merging their powers for a combined assault. With further help from the Konoha 11, they finally overpower Obito, extract the Tailed Beast from him, and bring him down. Immobilized, Obito is ready to be executed, and Sasuke moves in for the kill, only to be stopped by Kakashi, who insists on dealing with Obito himself. He sends Sasuke to help Naruto confront Madara, who is already engaged with Hashirama. By the time Sasuke arrives, Madara has broken free from Edo Tensei and regained his living body. Sasuke immediately tries burning him with Amaterasu, but Madara easily absorbs the flames, dodges Sasuke's sword strikes, and even invites Sasuke to join him, impressed by his abilities. When Sasuke refuses, Madara warns that standing in his way will mean death. Madara then subdues and reseals the tailed beasts, including the ones inside Naruto and Killer Bee, as he prepares to revive the 10 tails within himself. Sasuke charges in, but is caught midair and run through with his own sword. Determined not to let Madara tarnish Itachi's sacrifice, Sasuke struggles to stand but collapses as his life drains away. Teetering on the edge of death, Sasuke encounters Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the Sage of Six Paths. Hagoromo explains the danger of the infinite Tsukuyomi and identifies Sasuke as the reincarnation of Indra, his eldest son. He offers Sasuke half of his power, which, combined with the power he will give Naruto, Indra's younger brother Asura reincarnated, will allow them to stop the infinite Tsukuyomi. Sasuke accepts and receives the yin, half of Hagoromo's chakra. He awakens fully healed, finding that Kabuto, having escaped Izanami and wishing to honor Itachi, treated his wounds. Sasuke's left eye has now evolved into a Rinnegan. Sasuke frees Tobirama from Madara's binding jutsu and has him teleport directly to Naruto. Once he enters the battlefield, Sasuke uses his Rinnegan to perceive Madara's invisible Limbo clone. When Madara attempts to steal Sasuke's newly awakened eye, Sasuke swaps positions with his sword using Aminate Jakara, causing Madara to stab himself. While Madara regenerates, Sasuke and Naruto launch simultaneous attacks to activate the six-path seal Hagoromo entrusted to them. Madara barely slips away and targets Kakashi, stealing his Sharingan and using Kamui to escape to the other dimension. Sasuke later finds Madara's bisected body, only for the upper half to vanish again via Kamui. He's surprised when Sakura suddenly appears. Obito saved her at the last moment. Team 7 briefly regroups, and while waiting for Madara's return, Kakashi reflects on their very first introductions, wondering how Sasuke's heart has changed after Itachi's death. Sasuke offers no answer, and Kakashi doesn't press further. Sensing Madara's next move approaching, Kakashi reminds Sasuke of the first lesson he taught them. Teamwork. Madara reappears with both Rinnegan restored. Sakura charges in first, with Sasuke attacking immediately after. When Madara stabs her with a black rod, Sasuke severs it with Chidori's sharp spear, allowing Naruto to pull her to safety. Afterwards, Sasuke engages multiple Limbo clones, assigning Naruto to handle 4 of them, while the real, white-cloaked Madara positions himself to activate the infinite Tsukuyomi. Madara unleashes a storm of Chibaku Tensei. Sasuke cuts down several using his complete body Susanoo, but even he cannot reach Madara in time. The infinite Tsukuyomi is cast. Kaguya rises. After Madara activates the infinite Tsukuyomi, Sasuke quickly moves to shield Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi from its effects by expanding his Susanoo. As Naruto attempts to check on the others, Sasuke urges him to wait. When Sakura asks what's going on, Sasuke bluntly tells her and Kakashi that there's nothing they can do about the situation. Taking charge, Sasuke believes that only his Rinnegan has the power to stop the infinite Tsukuyomi. Outside, they find that Madara's plan has trapped the entire world in God nativity of a world of trees, ensnaring everyone in eternal dreams. Madara confronts them, declaring that the cycle of death has ended, but Sasuke disagrees, calling him deluded. Before the argument can escalate, Madara is impaled by Black Zetsu, and his body transforms into Kaguya Otsutsuki, the progenitor of chakra. Kaguya, empowered by the chakra of everyone trapped in the Tsukuyomi, turns her attention to Sasuke and Naruto, wanting their unique chakra. Kaguya warps them into one of her dimensions, a world of boiling lava. Sasuke summons Oda to save them from falling, but refuses to help Kakashi, Sakura, or Obito, as he believes only he and Naruto can stop Kaguya. Naruto refuses to leave their teammates behind, reminding Sasuke of when he saved him during the Land of Waves. As Naruto engages Kaguya, Sasuke attacks from above using his Susanoo. Kaguya easily repels Sasuke, and he narrowly avoids falling into the lava. As they attempt to come up with a plan to seal Kaguya, she paralyzes them with Black Zetsu and starts absorbing their chakra. Black Zetsu reveals its manipulation of the Uchiha Clan, and Sasuke is enraged. Naruto breaks free and distracts Kaguya with his sexy reverse harem technique, allowing Sasuke to initiate a sealing attempt, but Kaguya teleports them again into an icy dimension, trapping them in ice. Sasuke melts his way out using Blaze Release, Kagutsuchi, but Kaguya sends him to a desert dimension. He finds Naruto's chakra signature and is met by Obito and Sakura, who help him temporarily open a portal between dimensions. Sasuke uses Amino-Teiji Kara to teleport to Sakura's side and thanks her before reuniting with Naruto. Kaguya shifts them again, this time to a dimension with crushing gravity. While Kaguya attacks with her all-killing Ash Bones, Obito sacrifices himself to protect Naruto. Sasuke, fueled by rage, forces himself back to his feet, nearly striking Kaguya with a Chidori. Naruto soon joins him, and they work together to weaken her. Sasuke unleashes a massive Chidori, while Naruto counters with a tailed beast Rasen Shuriken. Kaguya attempts to destroy them with an expansive truth-seeking ball, but Team 7 launches a coordinated attack. Sasuke teleports closer using Amino-Teiji Kara and prepares to seal her. Sasuke and Naruto manage to place Hagoromo's seal on Kaguya, removing the tailed beast from her body and sealing her away. Hagoromo, with the help of the deceased Kage, congratulates Team 7 on their victory. Sasuke prepares to kill Madara, but Hagoromo stops him, explaining that Madara is already dying. After Madara shares his final words with Hashirama, he dies, and Hagoromo returns the Kage to the Pure Land. Sasuke is told that the infinite Tsukuyomi can be undone by him and Naruto joining hands, but Sasuke has other plans. He uses his Rinnegan to place the tailed beasts under his Genjutsu and traps them with Chibaku Tensei. He declares that he will only release the infinite Tsukuyomi after killing the current Kage. Sasuke argues that the tailed beasts have caused endless conflict and that the Kage have failed to maintain peace. He believes the world would be better without them. Sasuke intends to kill Naruto as he is the only one strong enough to stop him. Sakura pleads with him, telling him that she still loves him and begging him to return to Konoha. Sasuke responds coldly, stating that if he ever loved her, it was in the past, and puts her under Genjutsu to knock her out. Kakashi condemns him, but Sasuke explains that there's no reason for him and Sakura to love each other anymore. Sasuke then heads to the Valley of the End, where he waits for Naruto. When Naruto arrives, Sasuke argues that carrying everything alone is impossible. He aims to become the one who makes all the tough decisions for the world, just as Itachi tried to do, but this time he will do it openly. Sasuke wants to erase the past and cut every bond, even if it means killing Naruto. Naruto refuses, declaring that he will be Hokage instead, because Sasuke is turning his back on everything Itachi wanted for him. They begin to fight, trading blows reminiscent of their original clash. Sasuke criticizes Naruto for refusing to fight with the intent to kill. Their battle escalates into full-scale combat, Sasuke in complete body Susanoo, Naruto in tailed beast mode. After the war. Several months after the war, Sasuke is pardoned for his crimes due to his role in ending the infinite Tsukuyomi and Naruto's support. Offered a prosthetic arm made from Hashirama's cells, he declines and chooses to leave Konoha to wander the world and atone for his past. Sakura offers to join him, but he refuses, promising to return someday. At the village gates, Naruto returns Sasuke's forehead protector, acknowledging that Naruto taught him the true meaning of being a shinobi. Sasuke travels quietly, intervening from the shadows to help maintain peace, leaving behind only subtle signs of his involvement.